So today is February 6th, and I have a midterm on Monday in the evening. So I am taking a class online during my co-op term, and that one class, everything is posted, like all the videos are posted online, so I can watch the lectures after I come home from work. But basically, I just want to get through studying today and tomorrow to really prepare for that midterm. This class is my rehabilitation engineering class. So rehabilitation engineering is basically when you apply engineering methods to different rehab devices. So things like prosthetic limbs, things like canes even, that's a really good example, wheelchairs, and there's like a lot of complexity that is involved in rehabilitation medicine. And it's really cool to see how medicine and engineering can be so closely related. So with that said, I'm going to continue studying, and I'll show you what my study method is like a little bit later on. So the way that I study changes depending on whichever class that I'm taking. So the way I study for math would be completely different than the way I study for my biomedical classes. For this specific class, I find that it's really helpful to annotate the slides and to also write questions beside those slides. So it's basically a combination of the Cornell note-taking method and a combination of like flashcards. I really like this method because I don't have to write down everything that the professor says, because most of the information is already on the slides that they gave us. Instead, I just write little notes on things that I find interesting, and on the side, I would write questions down that I would use at a later time for active recall practice. I'm going to show you how I organize my Surface Pro and how I take notes, but I can't show you the slides that my professor gives out because those slides are the intellectual property of my professor, so I can't put them out on the internet. This is my Surface Pro that I've been using since my first year of university, which was in 2017. On the top over here, I have a notebook for each of the classes that I'm taking. In this case, I only have one class and a few extracurriculars that I want to keep track of. And then on the right column is where I put each lecture topic. So each lecture gets its own page. And then I import the slides that my professor gives to us. And on the slides, there's a bunch of info and photos and interesting concepts and whatever else. And then when I'm in my classes, I write down questions on the side. And these questions are about the information that was given to us in class. And then when I'm studying, I just go over those questions as active recall practice, which is really important that you test yourself as often as you can. Because it turns out that when you test yourself, you are learning far better than if you were to just read the slides over and over again. That was an aggressive unboxing. There we go. Engineering. You just don't even have to look at the instructions. so I just made it to McBain Camera, and I'm gonna go in and pick up the film that I got processed. They have pretty good processing services here, and they also have a good student discount, which is why I come here over any other camera store. And I'm also gonna trade in one of my cameras. This is the camera I'm gonna trade in. It's the Pentax ME Super. It's a SLR film camera, and I'm just gonna trade this one in because I don't use it very much anymore. And I like my other SLR camera, the Olympus, a lot better than this one. Currently 3:23 p.m. and I have a review session at 4 o'clock with my professor, so she's just gonna go over what we should expect for the midterm and a little bit of extra guidance and tips on what to study. And while I'm waiting for that to begin, I'm gonna go ahead and start scanning my film. Thank you for joining me on my vlog, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.